Welcome to Radical Underdogs. You join us at the first race of the season at the Silverstone Grand Prix circuit. I have had my best qualifying ever, qualified 9th position. However, if you have seen my previous videos, you do know that this race does not end well for us. But anyway, we are going to run through this race in any event. The lights are on and they are out. It was a long way holding on the lights there. We've made a good start, and in fact in front of us, that's Jamie Turner in car number 9, different colour car this year, has made not such a good start, and we've made up a position, but then we've lost a position to Del Pace, who started alongside us in position number 10. And if you notice, I am driving quite conservatively in this frantic MX-5 start. We've got Paul Bateman making his way past as well. That's Sylvain Gilantoli as well in the Misty Racing car going past. And it looks like that Kev Bird had already made his way up from quite a long way down. Quite a good, very good start there from Kev, making his way up into the top 10. Jamie Turner's had a recovery and he's making his way back down on the inside. But as I say, if you have seen my intro to the season video, you'll know that I'm trying to take it a little bit easy this year, trying to avoid any contact, which is a bit ironic given what happens in this race. But in any event, that is the aim of this race, is to finish quite well, but also not to have any contact. We're side by side with Jamie Turner down the Hangar Straight, and we're going into Stowe, but he's got the inside line, and actually we lose another position. So all in all, it's been a terrible start, really. We started in 9th and we're down to 15th already. Got Jake Stiles behind us in car number 2, same car as last year, no different changes in colour to mess. And right, steaming down the outside there, that's Jordan Pimley in car 500 or 500, and he's now got the inside line as we go through Club down onto the Hamilton Straight. And we're still side by side, and we're going to be side by side through Abbey, which in an MX-5 can be taken flat out, but you kind of have to have the track to yourself. So I have lifted to give Jordan a little bit of space on the inside, and I've just given up that position. Remember, the aim here is to avoid contact. But you can hear the dog mascot hopefully barking in the background as well. She's obviously excited by the race start, as we've got it here as well. So going down into the kind of technical section, down at Village, the Loop, Aintree, it's important to get a really good exit out of here because you carry that speed all the way down the Weddington Straight. You can see cars up ahead fighting for position. That does tend to mean that the positions do change, and you can kind of hold back and you can kind of catch up with the pack. So I'm aware I've lost quite a lot of positions at the moment. Obviously, I'm down from position 9 to position 16, so it's been a pretty terrible start. As you see, cars on the inside getting a bit sideways, which means we picked up another position, so we're back to position 15, so maybe not such a bad start after all. And obviously, all the cars fighting up ahead mean that we're actually able to quite easily stick with this pack, actually. And then right on the outside, Jordan's got about wide out onto the gravel, which means he's not going to carry that speed down the start-finish straight, which is the start-finish straight that we race on. This is the national end of the paddock, so it's the same racetrack as the F1 cars, but it's just a little bit different in terms of where you start and where we have our facilities and stuff like that. But he's made his way back, actually, Jordan. He's out-braked himself, so it's swinging backwards and forwards there, so he's had to take to the runoff at Copse, and we've got that position 14. So down 5 positions, could have been a lot worse. We've still got Jake Stiles sticking to us like glue behind us as we go through the fantastic Maggots-Beckett sequence. And again, really important sequence of corners because you carry this speed all the way down the Hangar Straight, a really long straight. And in an MX-5, you're either bouncing off the limiter in 4th or you're going up to 5th. I've certainly seen many cars going up to 5th. I'm just not quite sure whether it's worth it. And we're now back in the technical section, about to go onto the Weddington Straight, and you can see the cars fighting up ahead. And it looks like the Misty Racing car of Gintoli has missed a gear. He's slow, and we're going to go all the way around the outside. The trouble is, you miss a gear. It's such a pivotal part of the racetrack, and you do end up with the car streaming past you. And it's probably the only time I'll be able to say that I've passed a World Superbike champion in a race, even if he did miss a gear. But yeah, there you go. But there you go, we're down into the last section of a couple of corners in this Mazda MX-5 race. We're sort of halfway through, and you can see Kev Bird has gone a bit hot there, and he's now out wide onto the gravel, and we gain that position. We're back to position 12. Position 10 is in sight. That is our aim for the season, to finish at least one race in the top 10. It's certainly possible. We're in position 12 at the moment, and the cars are fighting up ahead. so potentially it's possible for us. You can see actually we're right on the back of them now. Jamie Turner in that purple car, number 9, going all the way through, and so we're hopefully going to pick up some pieces here. Car's a bit slow onto the Hamilton straight, but are we going to get the inside line? As I say, it's not really an overtaking position, so I'm going to settle in here. So I'm just going to slot in behind Paul Bateman as he runs through Abbey, and hopefully pick up a better line as we go down into a much sort of heavier braking zone. I'm going to take the racing line, but actually I'm letting Jordan Pimley through on the inside, trying to pick up sort of a better run down the Wellington Straight. It means I've really kind of let Jordan through there. I give a bit of a shake of the head, but actually Jordan was much faster, and actually maybe it's a better idea just to follow him through. I'm going to skip ahead. No one wants to see the all the way down an MX-5 down one of the longest straights in UK motorsport. It's not the longest straight. Now we're back. There's 3 cars side by side. Are they all going to make it through? Well, they are, but it looks like that's car number 42 for Bateman again, quite wide, which means we've got a run, but I don't think we're not quite as close as we were on the last lap where we picked up a position here. So we're going to follow Paul again. These 3 cars side by side potentially going to come to grief as they all go. Is 3 into 1 going to go? They're going to make it fit, and they do make it fit somehow, all avoiding any contact. However, they do slow down a bit, so I am able to catch up here. I'm going to get alongside Maggots Beckett's again, not really the best place to pass. We've got, I think that's Kev Bird behind us. He's in the same. Oh no, it's not Kev Bird. Kev Bird's actually behind Gintoli there. So we've now got a World Superbike champion on bikes breathing down our necks. This is probably going to be a difficult defensive manoeuvre if I'm going to be able to put it off. Again, another long straight. Silverstone's a very big power circuit, so it's important to have your engine in good tune here. They have changed the engine regulations this year, but anyway, that's for another day. We are defending. We've got a bit of a tap, and we've got a bit of a tap in the braking zone actually. So we're going to carry quite a lot of speed. We've got the wrong line, and we did carry more speed because of that tap. So we're going to run out all the way onto the runoff area. Can't do that too many times because then you'll end up with a penalty. In any case, we're going to go run down, and we're going to go, and I could turn in here, but that would have just been an accident. So I've let Gintoli through. Actually, Kev Bird almost running into the back of us there. I think we slowed a bit to avoid any contact, and it did mean that we were actually very slow through that sequence of corners. Back down the Hamilton Straight now, down into Abbey. So yeah, we've had a bit of a poor run of it so far. We started at position 9, best qualifying ever for me. Not obviously for anyone, but my best qualifying, and we're in position 14 now, so we have lost 5 places. However, we are sticking with this pack of cars, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 cars, maybe 6 or 7 cars in this pack. You can see the cars fighting up ahead. Gintoli again, and you can hear the car slide. He's got wheel spin. He's struggling to get out of this corner. This is where he struggled last lap as well. I've had to dab the brakes because that door was always going to close, and I've sort of made the cardinal error really in MX-5 racing. If you dab the brakes just before a straight, you're just eaten alive by the pack behind you. So we've lost 3 positions there. However, remember the aim is to avoid contact, so we did manage to avoid contact, and Gintoli's out wide. He's off the circuit here. He's going to have to rejoin. I don't think we're going to get that position back because we did lose so much time down the Wellington Straight. We've got Jake Stiles on the inside, and this is probably, if I'm not putting words in Jake's mouth, but this is probably one drag race he is happy he didn't win. As we go down the start-finish straight once again, and you've got 3 cars, 3 or 4 cars, there are 3 cars going into one here, and you've got cars, you've got Rob Greensmith turning in, there's contact, car grips up, and we're out. That car is dead, unfortunately. So I think taking a moment to collect thoughts, switch the car off. This car's not going anywhere. Just having a look, gap in the traffic, make sure that the yellow lights, yellow flags are on. I think we're going to exit this car. Marshall's doing an excellent job. I have to say the circuit marshals were excellent. The medical facilities at Silverstone, excellent as well. I think everyone was very professional. Marshals did an excellent job of making sure we were safe, jumping out into the firing line as always. Rob's and myself were okay after that. Both the cars weren't though. Rob's car's obviously gripped up there and spat across the circuit, and we've just collected there was nowhere to go. I've looked at this incident a lot of times, and potentially if I don't know, you're on the limit there and you can't really turn right any more than I was turning, so I don't know, it's very difficult. You can see it, look at it back, there's not much time to decide. Anyway, this is the car's view of what was going on. At this point I was in the medical centre, but this is the car's view as well, the end of the race, and this is the last time this chassis will be out. So at the moment, and then the reason this has taken so long to upload, is we are flat out trying to build another car, which is going to take us to Brands Hatch, hopefully. We are not sure that we're going to make it for Brands Hatch, but we're going to try our best to get it there. There have been fellow competitors who have helped out, and to be honest, I definitely would not have been able to without the help provided by fellow competitors actually. So Oak Richardson, Mike Pearce in particular helped swap over the shell, and Pete Bell is doing us a huge favour, working over the weekend to help us with some of the welding on the new chassis. I say swap over the chassis in a single sentence. That was an entire day and a half of Oak and Mike's time basically that's been taken up, so very much appreciative, and we are going to try our best to get out for Brands. And I'll leave you with this clip, and I will insert the subtitle foreshadowing.
Hang on, wait. Unless he's lucky, I mean, he could have been on you the whole time.